Hello everybody, and today we're giving away 500 XRP if we can get 1,000 likes within 24 hours. If you want to enter, all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you comment something down below, and you check out this Telegram. A link is in the description below. I'm going to be sharing the most important crypto news in here. I will post a couple of links every day that you guys can or can't check out, whatever you want. It's just the stuff that I'm going to be reading in a video. I'm also going to post in this Telegram chat so I don't have to spam everybody on Twitter, and you can just have one easy way to check everything in this chat. So make sure you follow it because we will be picking one winner from this Telegram chat, so check it out. Having said that, guys, you should also be following me over on Twitter because I post a lot of cool hypotheticals, questions, and just things I want to know from you guys, but also that I think you could learn from me possibly. Well, here was a question I asked. It was, are you going to be holding Flare Spark or selling instantly for free money? And in my opinion, it was a pretty good question. And as of this point, people are still reacting to it. And I try to follow up on that one. And that was this question. Would you buy more XRP to get more Spark? Put those in the comment section down below if you are or if you are not. Because recently I've been thinking here about how much money it could really be bringing us to buy into Spark prematurely, right? So like buying into Spark prematurely means you're buying more XRP to get yourself more Spark airdropped, and then maybe once the airdrop is over, you sell it again, maybe not. Because there's a chance that since the snapshot is going to be taken on December 12th, that just before the snapshot, a lot of XRP is going to get purchased. Even though I think most of us know Spark might initially be quite worthless, I still think a lot of people will buy into it just to have some extra XRP because it's completely free, all right? And that's something I'm really thinking about here because there's a good chance that the price might increase a little bit. And we can either follow it by just following the hype and just before we get there, we buy in. We could counter it by buying into it right now when the prices are dipped. And then once people start to buy in because of a big hard fork sort of, I guess it's just a snapshot. It's not even a hard fork, but it kind of feels like it. Or we could just not follow along with it at all and not get into their craze and just hold what we have right now, what we're comfortable with, and just get the free money and then hold that. Because I've convinced myself to hold. I'm not going to be selling my Spark instantly like I was planning because, well, yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be the better idea. Even though I do not agree with Spark's way of doing things, I think it's still very dumb to support the project since it's just a money grab for the founders anyway. There's a lot of utility in there and people are stupid to just follow into it. So I'm like, well, if people are going to be stupid, I must be stupid as well to make more money. Because otherwise, again, if everybody's stupid and you're the only smart one, you might still lose money because you think rationally and others don't, which means you'll sell something prematurely, right? And I don't want to be that guy. So I kind of convinced myself to just hold on because only if I'm really having a significant sum of money straight out the bat, I'm going to be selling it. If it's, let's say if I get $500, I don't know, but it's like, it's free money, but it's not going to change my life as much, right? So I'm like, I could better hold on whatever you're going to get, most likely $1 or even less, and just hold on to it till it might be something worth. And then get rid of it. I don't know. It also depends on how much XRP you have, of course. I think maybe if it's $500, we might be talking differently. It just depends, of course, on how the price is going to be looking like and what people are doing at that point. I'm personally expecting people to sell instantly, though, a lot of people, and thus the price might crash ridiculously fast. On the contrary, it could also be that people will buy into it heavily because it's still very cheap, and since the potential for the coin is kind of there. Major Ripple partner to be added to Nikkei index, its shares spike. A subsidiary of Ripple's key partner in Japan, SoftBank, is to join the Nikkei index, replacing another big company. SoftBank shares have risen on the news. The blue chip stock index to accept SoftBank unit on October 1st. MoneyTap now supported by another large Japanese bank. So it's pretty damn cool. The shares of SoftBank has risen 2.5% on the news that the company's mobile phone unit will be added to the 225 issue Nikkei average, replacing Nippon Kayaku Co., a chemicals production giant. Its equity price dropped 12%, the biggest decline since May 2016. And the shift in the content of the index will take effect on October 1st. it is part of the annual review of the index, and analysts considered this choice rather surprising. The parent company, SoftBank Group, is already part of the Nikkei index and is one of the biggest members. Analysts found it unusual that this aspect was not taken into account by authorities in charge of the listing. Other companies that were considered to the addition to the Nikkei have seen their shares plummet. Kakaku, yes.com has seen 5% decline, and Zozo Inc. has fallen 4.8%. Here's the one that joined. We already talked about that one though. The 38th to join everything, Higo Bank over in Japan. Then Uphold to support airdrop of XRP's utility fork. XRP's utility fork Flare Networks is gaining traction as Uphold announces support for the forthcoming airdrop of the Spark token. And still, guys, do I support Spark? I guess yes, because, well, people are supporting it heavily everywhere, so I'm like, well, I'll follow along. Is it a good token? Well, to a certain degree, yes, because the way it was built, it's pretty nice. The idea behind it is also pretty nice. Is it a smart one to buy? Well, that depends on what you view as smart, right? Because again, there's a lot of profit potential. However, is the distribution done properly? No. The team got way too much. It's 45% for us, 55% for them. If you support that in a time right now, I mean, Ripple had done it in a different way 10 years ago almost, it feels like. I mean, it's 8 years, but it's the idea. But in 2020, after the ICOs, in the DeFi craze right now, people are still buying into projects like that. I think it's ridiculous. But again, since we're going to be following the people and not following intellect, I guess, we're going to be going for it. If you have anything to say about that one, if you think they have less Spark they're holding for themselves and for the team, you let me know in the comments section down below. But I've read the white paper and I know what I'm talking about here. It's not good, all right? But it's I guess it's okay. We are going to be supporting it, so it's fine. It's fine. Well, yeah, here's more info about Spark. The rest is not that important, though. December 12th is going to be the date we're all looking out for. So, yeah, more and more exchanges are hopping on. And by the way, don't be worried. You can just wait till November before you take action, by the way. You don't need to do it right now at all. Gonzo XRP just posted on Twitter. XRP, be honest. How many of y'all are sleeping on this? January 8th, Alipay partners Tranglo to facilitate X-border payments. January 28th, Tranglo, that's annoying to pronounce, integrates Ripple for cross-border payments. August 25th, Alipay does IPO, proceeds to be used, expand cross-border payments. The reason I think people are sleeping on this is because there's a connection, but it's kind of far-fetched, where it's like, I don't really see, because they're partners of each other, why they're using each other to that degree. On the contrary, though, it's like Alipay partners with Tranglo to facilitate cross-border payments. So Alipay has worked with them to do this. Tranglo integrates Ripple for cross-border payments. So Tranglo is using, or I guess Ripple is using Tranglo. They're using each other. And then Alipay is going on with these cross-border payments. The question is, will they be using Tranglo still? And, is that the part that's connected to Ripple then? I don't know. If it is, then that's pretty damn huge. But I don't know how to confirm that. As of this point, I'm just seeing, a lot of hype, a lot of happiness. However, if there's really a connection to be made, not too sure about that. Not too sure. And I don't know if we can ever confirm it until they come out from the inside and explain it to us. Because it's a pretty good find, must admit. It's a pretty cool one. Cannot lie. I didn't even see that connection before. But is it really connected? That I cannot tell. Then I saw something here on TradingView, which I wanted to share with everybody because I thought it was really, really interesting. How to trade bearish patterns like professional. And guys, actually over on my second channel, which was called Dusty Finance, and I've changed the name, but the link is in the description below. It's my finance channel. I have actually made 2 trading videos which I never published. They've been there for at least 1 6 months and 1 5 months, maybe, or 4 months. Just 20-minute videos explaining how I trade and how to work candlesticks and all that. I uploaded it so long ago because I thought it would be very cool. But then I was like, man, maybe nobody's gonna like it. Maybe I didn't prepare well enough because I had notes and things like that, but I still was a little bit afraid of me misspelling things or maybe not being clear enough with my instructions. And that's because I like trading a lot, but I get so kind of nervous when I'm trying to explain people trading. Because I'm like, if I make one mistake here and people follow your advice, you can really mess them up, or people start to trade with what you told them and they lose their money and things like that. And I know with talking about crypto news, it's kind of the same, because if you say, hey, invest in this and they do and it goes wrong, you will always feel kind of guilty. But that's why I would never really say, invest in this. I'm always saying, I'm investing because, well, it looks like a good thing, or it looks like it's undervalued and things like that. I'm never really saying you should invest in something, because that's not my job to do. But still, with trading, it feels a little bit different. And also just the pressure of making sure you have everything correct. With this crypto talk, I kind of know I have everything correct. But with that, I sometimes still debate. And that's why I like this type of stuff where you don't have time pressure, you don't have recording pressure, you can just make it on your own. And that's why this type of stuff is really good to read, and why I recommend people to check it out. Because I will always recommend people to learn trading over anything else. It's almost always worth it. It takes a lot of time, but 90% of the people that know trading don't know trading. They are here, they've checked out a couple of things, they know how to make a trend line, and that's about it. So if you have the time, check it out. All right, check it out. It's really going to be worth it in the end, I personally think. All right, and come back to this video if you have learned trading now right now, because I've kind of demanded you to check it out. And come back in 1-2 years when you're really an expert, and let me know how you did. All right, come back to the channel, come back to the Telegram, come back to Twitter, whatever. Let me know. All right, or even if you're going to start trading right now, just let me know on Twitter. And I want to know from you guys who's starting to trade. It's important. You can make a lot of money that way. You can even start with just $10, even $100, whatever you have. It can really work. Even if you're only making $1 a day, eventually it's going to turn into a couple hundred a day. Trust me, guys, it goes really, really fast. Ethereum, to repeat 2017, supply sink and buy pressure coming. Ether, which is very close to Bitcoin in terms of risk reward, is ready for stronger growth of Ethereum supply sinks as Yearn Finance adds support for Ethereum Vault. I'm so freaking annoyed by all this DeFi stuff. It's messing up my brain so bad. Here's another one. SushiSwap's founder emphasizes that the $27 million they hold is for dev share. There are two sides to every story. I don't have time for interviews. It's $27 million for dev share, yada, yada, yada. I am just getting so sick of it, because it's just one big space filled with scams and quick money schemes. But on the contrary, it's a place where a lot of money is to be made for us as well. But that's why it's so scary. That's why it's so strange. It's so much money so fast that I don't know what's smart. And by the way, thinking about utility fork, thinking about hard forks, are there still people who hold Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin Cash? Any of the maxis in this chat? Let me know. The network of Bitcoin Cash might undergo a hard fork this November, and Bitcoin Cash holders might receive additional coins as a result. Yeah, maybe November is going to be some free money for some guys. Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea what it is about. I didn't read it fully. 4 things that could cause the DeFi bubble to pop. Smart contract failure, hacks and exploits, a real concern. Ethereum transaction fees like they are going right now, ridiculously crazy. And huge move in Bitcoin price. Those could all move DeFi like crazy. Hurt your investments heavily, and yeah, just hurt you in the butt, I guess. That's the easiest way to say it. And last but not least, Bubba Cugs is still there over on Twitter, always. It looks better this way. Don't forget, guys, we're 5 to 10 years away. Everything is just confirmation bias. And then a couple of pictures. One from Lagarde. One, Are You Prepared for Regulatory Shocks? By Brian Brooks. They're ready for new financial system. Yeah, are you able to wait 5-10 years, guys, for crypto adoption to skyrocket, or are you here for the short term? I don't think there's a lot of people who could wait 5 to 10 years to become rich. I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of them. I think most people are here for the quick gains. But let me know in the comments section down below if you're able to wait 10 more years before you get some crazy money, or if that's too long and you would have already sold by then. Let me know in the comments section down below. I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a very nice day, everybody.